All right. Chat, I'm pretty tired today. I'm not trying to do this, I'm not trying to do this level of projection here whenever I'm tired. It's not projection, it's just me being cranky as fuck. Okay. All right. A Texas woman explains why she doesn't want affordable housing in her neighborhood. I think this clip is something bait. All right. I think somebody actually posted the entire documentary. So we can watch the entire documentary, but let's first watch the snippet. Let's watch this snippet. So mind you, this is your run-of-the-mill suburbanite who Donald Trump is right now dog whistling to. Right now, he is pandering to people exactly like this woman because he's trying to expand his base. All right? And his base has been expanded now to racist suburbanites or classist suburbanites who do not want anybody of a lower socioeconomic status to enter their sacred suburbs. All right?
Concerns about traffic. Others about overcrowding in their schools.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And
Is Dan Crenshaw a war criminal? I looked into it, but I didn't find evidence. Oh, that was a good one. An evil horror. Oh no, I cannot see any evidence that Dan Crenshaw's a war criminal. Oh no. Oh no. Sorry.
Worried about having low-income housing in their neighborhood.
Why did you pick this spot?
Nicole Humphrey is a local opponent of the development.
What is your concern when it comes to Section 8 and low income?
The lifestyle I feel like goes with Section 8 is usually working single moms or people who are struggling to keep their heads above water. And it's not, I feel so bad saying that, but it's not, it's just not people who are, I guess, of the same class as us, which sounds bad, but I don't mean that in a bad way.
So basically she's saying you're poor. If you're a Section 8 housing recipient, you're poor. You're probably on welfare. And I don't want you in my precious suburb. This is an enclave of the upper crust of the working class, and we don't want you here. And I mean, I know it sounds really bad saying it, but we just don't want you here. We don't want you here. We like the idea that your residence is a reflection of your socioeconomic status, and every time I get a drive into my gated community, I get this feeling that I have made it. I have reached a point of privilege in my life where I get to bask. I get to bask in better material conditions than the poor, right? Because that's all I have to compare my lifestyle to, where I am the one who is in a better position. The poors actually make me feel better. Once I drive through those icky projects and into my gated community, I breathe a sigh of relief because this is my enclave and I like it. I get a sense of satisfaction that I get to live in this nice gated community, and that makes me feel good. Oh, nice. Any nicers in the chat?
Some people would say, look, they maybe have not had the opportunities that their kids are not going to have the opportunities that your kids are going to have in this neighborhood.
Right.
Can they share in that?
The problem with that is I hear a lot of the unfair of, oh, we haven't been given this or not that, or we haven't been afforded things that you might have been afforded. I don't look at multimillionaires and think, why don't I have a yacht? Why don't I have a private jet?
I love this whataboutism almost, kind of argument. I don't understand why you are I don't understand why you're so offended because I look down on you. And I think that you're you're of a lower caliber than me, and I don't want to share the same space as you, whenever I'm going to almost bet that the multimillionaires in their yachts look down on me with that same kind of disdain. And so I'm obviously a victim of classicism whenever the multimillionaires in their yachts would look down on me because I'm just a suburban housewife. So why would I want to extend the suburbs and offer a helping hand for single mothers to better their own material conditions? I'm going to keep this cycle going because I want to be able to look down on the poors and be able to feel that sense that I'm better than them, like the multimillionaires do when they look down on me, a suburban housewife that doesn't have a yacht or a private jet.
It's a mindset, I feel like.
Do you think that you maybe are stereotyping the folks?
Oh, I totally am, 100%.
And then she means that she's stereotyping them.
I'm definitely not a racist and I'm not bigot, but I think I hold a little bit of a stigma against people who...
Okay, literally, like, she didn't even make a good argument here. Like, I'm not a racist and I'm not a bigot, but I am. I am. Like, she literally just said that. I'm not a racist or a bigot, but I am. Like, I just am. I do stigmatize recipients of Section 8 housing, which just seems to be veering more toward a non-white population. And yeah, I guess I am.
Are different. We don't want nomads. We don't want people who don't have roots. I just don't want that to be what my community is about.
Mm-hmm. So as we know here, chat, this is something that we talk about quite frequently here, that our built environment was designed along racial and class lines, right? Where you live is a reflection of your socioeconomic status. Your zip code determines the kind of education you receive, and so on and so on. The resources that you have access to, and in a lot of ways, the chances that you will find success later on in life. Where you are born is an indicator of how well you will do for the rest of your life. And that's not the fault of the person who was born in a cycle of poverty. That's because the system was designed as such. That's why you have pockets of isolated segregation. That's why you have suburbs and R1 zoning with racist housing policies that determined who would live where during the inception of the Federal Housing Administration. This is not an accident. This is by design. So you have pieces of shit like that saying, I kind of recognize that I'm in a privileged position, that I have been given more opportunities in life, and that I have a leg up on I have a leg up. I'm a few rungs up on the socioeconomic ladder, but I don't want to just open up the suburbs to let any old riffraff in and give them a better opportunity. No, why would I? That woman is a cunt. Yeah. I'll allow it this time. It takes, you have to be lacking serious decency whenever somebody brings to your attention, like, hey, we're talking about single mothers here. We're talking about people who have been institutionally marginalized. We're talking about people who have had barriers put in their way that you maybe did not have. Are you still saying that you do not want to give these people an opportunity to have better material conditions, to give the kids of these families a better opportunity to succeed? This woman straight up said, yeah, I understand what you're saying, and no. You know? And the fact that, here's the thing too, there was no indication that this was about race until she straight up said, I'm not saying I'm a racist. You clearly are giving yourself away that you mean to say you don't want non-white people living here. You might also be including poor white people, but the fact that you specifically said, I don't want to sound like I'm a racist, makes it seem like you might be a fucking racist if you are preemptively trying to set the tone that you're not trying to be racist, even though race had never been brought up until that point. It's almost safe to assume that, yeah, you are a little bit of a fucking racist.